PLC Network here with another unboxing, this time coming from a company called GEEKOM. And this is their IT8 mini PC with an Intel Core i5-8259U processor and Windows 11. And that's a quad-core processor with up to 2.3 gigahertz of base speed and up to 3.8 gigahertz boost, which is a lot for a little mini PC. And it's actually quite common now with some of the flagship models of some of these other brands that have been popping up lately that you might not be used to. This has been a popular processor of choice due to its performance. And of course, Windows 11 is the latest operating system, so you're going to get the latest Windows operating system environment with your mini PC. And today we're going to look at GEEKOM's version of one of those mini PCs and what all it comes with. Now this is one specific model of mini because you can buy it in different combinations. In this case, this one has 16 gigabytes of DDR4 memory. It's expandable up to 32. There's other variations of like 8 gigabytes, but this one specifically is 16 gigabytes of RAM. You have a Kingston 512 gigabyte SATA SSD hard drive, and that is also something that can be configurable based on which model of the IT8 mini PC that you purchase. And I believe one of which doesn't even have the hard drive, that's completely on you to get, but this one does come with a hard drive inside. It also has support for an additional hard drive, a second one on the inside, which is a 2.5-inch serial ATA SSD, which is your old school, I want to say old school. It's a 2.5-inch laptop style hard drive, the smaller kinds. It doesn't have to be an SSD. You can do a spinning hard drive if you want, but you could also do an SSD in there as it will support it. And that is in addition to the M.2 format hard drive that's in there, which is also SATA. And with all that processing power combined, you have the ability, supposedly, to be able to output up to 4 4K monitors. That's 4K at 60 hertz. So supposedly 4 monitors on this one, which might be pushing it at 60 hertz. It might be better to run them at 30, just saying, or just all 1080p. Keep it to 1 or 2 4K monitors or 4 1080ps in our own experience with this processor. But if you really want to use it for minimal tasks, checking your email, surfing the internet, working with Office documents, it might be able to do 4K monitors just fine. But for something more serious than that, you're going to probably want to invest into a desktop with a video card. But that's nothing that really alienates this model or this company, because that's any mini PC for the most part. Very few mini PCs will really drive a 4K monitor, let alone 4 4K monitors with any kind of a heavy load like 4K gaming or anything like that. It also has support for Wi-Fi, just Wi-Fi 5, no Wi-Fi 6 unfortunately, and also Bluetooth 5.1. So you have plenty of options when it comes to connectivity to your network as well as wireless accessories. Not to mention the USB ports, but we'll cover that in a moment once we actually go over all the input and output ports that are available on this model. Now the MSRP for this one is $549. Again, this is just one configuration of mini. I believe it goes down to like the late 300s or the upper 300s up into the upper 400s for the average model, but this is like the king of all of the GEEKOM IT8 mini PC models because it has the 512 gig hard drive and the 16 gigabytes of RAM. And we're going to take a look at it and see what it comes with. So, first thing that you're presented with is the actual computer itself. It's protected with a nice little plastic layer here that you can peel off, and as well as plastic on the front ports, that looks like. Yep, front ports. Actually, you got multiple pieces of protective plastic here because you got a separate one just on the power button here. But all of your ports are split between the front, the back, and the side here. Technically here too, but it's not really a port. It's just a laptop lock or Kensington lock port here. But starting with the front here, you have a USB Type-C port here, which is for data only. So it gives you plenty of transfer speed for all of your devices, for let it be a hard drive, an external drive, or a thumb drive, or your phone. And the one next to it is a USB 3.2 Gen 2 port for any of your non-Type-C devices. And then next to that, you have a headset connection. This is going to be for headphones, headset, or microphone. And then, of course, your power button right there. On the side here, you have a SD slot. And on the back, you have all the rest of your ports here, including your power connection. You have a mini display port. You have a gigabit Ethernet connection. You have 2 more USB 3.2 Gen 2 ports on the back, as well as an HDMI 2.0 port and another Type-C USB port. This one with DisplayPort support, which means you can do video over USB-C with that one. So just looking at it right now, we can see we have HDMI plus mini display port plus a USB Type-C port for 4K monitors. Now, where do they get the 4th 4K monitor at? It's probably daisy chaining off of the Type-C port. So those are your inputs and your outputs for this mini PC, which is pretty good for a mini PC. Again, you got 3 USB ports, no USB 2.0. That is a big plus right there. We can never stop complaining about that. Why do we still have USB 2.0 ports on anything? Because that is so unbelievably old. And it can't cost that much just to swap it out with a USB 3.0 port soldered in there instead of 2.0. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not, but I'm going to be leaning more towards probably not. I'm going to say that a lot of these companies are just trying to get rid of excessive inventory that's still left over. In GEEKOM's case, apparently they have no USB 2.0s, or at least ports, laying around to waste your time with. So thumbs up for that one. It's all USB 3.2, Gen 2, as well as 2 Type-C ports, one for data or graphics. Pretty cool. So we're going to move on to accessories here. That's further in the case. You get a drawstring bag, so in case for some reason you decide to take this portable, you can. It's probably going to be a set and forget, kind of on the back of a TV or in a workstation environment for a computer, but never know, maybe you want to take it with you. You have an HDMI 2.0 cable that it comes with, so you have something to connect to your display with. You have your power connection here, which is your typical, just an AC adapter to a brick, to the wall. And further in, we have some screws here, and this is going to be for your VESA mount. This is VESA compatible. There you can attach the mount to the back, so that way you can attach this to the back of a TV monitor or anything else that's hanging off of a VESA mount, so that way it can all hang together, or just simply attach to the back of the TV, depending on the mount that you're using, of course. And speaking of which, this is your VESA mount right here. So again, it simply just attaches to the back, and you have your 2 holes right here so that you can easily attach it. Last but not least, you have your instructions, which is just a fold-out single sheet of paper here, front and back. That just talks about your connectivity, how to connect it to the back of a monitor right there so you can hide it. And that's if you're just trying to keep a small footprint for everything, you don't want to see this laying on your desk. And you want to hide all the wires and connectivity behind the screen. Or if you're using it as digital signage for a convention or anything like that, or in your office, then that also makes things neat as well because it can hide behind the screen. And it also shows you how to open it up, which involves removing these screws on the bottom. This bottom part pops off. Now on the inside, you have that before mentioned serial ATA M.2 format hard drive, the SSD technically, not hard drive. It's not a spinning drive, but it is an M.2 format, so it slides in there just like a small stick of memory, but from the side instead of long ways. And you can also upgrade the memory. Again, this is upgradable to up to 32 gigs of DDR4 memory, all of which can be accessed by opening this plate. And this also includes your optional expansion to a 2.5-inch hard drive or SSD for additional space on top of the M.2 that's already in there. So these instructions cover all of that. You can see that right here in terms of your memory here, your SSD, the M.2, not NVMe, but serial ATA. I almost said NVMe right there, but this is your serial ATA M.2 format drive here. You have your memory here, and then how to install the 2.5-inch as an optional expansion that it slides into the bottom section of the PC. Now again, the MSRP of this specific model is $549. There are other models to choose from, and you can find out more information about this at POCnetwork.net, where we're going to have a full review about this later once we've really sat down with it to see what we like or don't. But we'll have all that information at PLC Network, as well as some links in the description below, including that link to the review, as well as where you can find this for purchase and anything else that we feel you might find valuable. to know. So check out the description below, and also use the comment section down below in case you want to communicate with us or with each other about this unit. Maybe you have one of these or you have one like it. Definitely use the comments, ask questions, discuss amongst each other and with us. And of course, hit that subscription button so you can follow us, like the video, because we have many more to come. So like, subscribe, comment, and as always, we thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time. If you want to stay on top of all the latest and greatest, and or at least the gadgets we cover, remember to subscribe right here. Subscription button. Click it. You're going to want to. There's lots of videos, interviews, previews, all sorts of stuff. Button. Click it.